Hi there, it's Oz. First of all, I did a video yesterday when I found out that Herzog, the Israeli president, is going to be coming over to London and he's going to be received by the British government. I'm just going to reiterate, there better be 1 million people in the streets of London on Thursday, making sure he understands and this government understands that he is not welcome in this country of ours. He is not welcome to stand here. This man has gone and signed shells to go and bomb the people of Gaza. He has helped support a genocide in Gaza. He is an ethnic cleansing human being. He would be more than happy to see the whole of Gaza eviscerated and nothing left of it. I'm going to leave that as there. I'm going to get to ZackPolanski and Zarah Sultana. Okay, first of all to Zach. Zach, mate, you follow me, I follow you. Okay, on Twitter. I don't have an issue with you. I'm trying my best to be as supportive as I can to you, and this is the reason why. I truly believe that the left must come together, and the left means you, us, and the whole of the group of people that don't want to see another uniparty, whether it's the Tory party, whether it's the Labour Party or Reform Party, because we all know those three parties are not on the side of the people. They are there for the landed gentry. And you making your comment of, if George Galloway is involved in it, I'm not going to have anything to do with it. Let me just remind you of a couple of things. You were born in 1982. George Galloway has been fighting for the left since 1980s. He started his first day in Parliament in 1987. You were 5 years old, and he's been fighting for socialism and for the left since then. And when you turn around and make a blanket statement of George Galloway's involved, I'm going to walk away. I want you to understand something. The Green Party got as many votes as it got because you were the only alternative to the left that we as people had a chance to vote for. Don't think for one moment that the Green Party is going to have the success it's going to have if you go against your party, if you decide to go against the left. Because the majority of the people that voted for Green are all disaffected Labour voters who have joined your party and will be part of your party. There is 100% guaranteed fact to life that people will vote for Green, and they are basically an alternative for us. What I'm trying to say to you is, don't cut off your nose to spite your face and cut off the face of the left. We need to all be on the same side. You may disagree with his personal politics, the fact that he's a Catholic and whatever else, but we on the left have to either accept the fact that we're going to have a democratic engagement with the membership, we're going to have a from the ground up relationship in politics, or we're going to be the dictatorial, tyrannical people that Labour are and Tory are, where they decide what's going to happen in Whitehall and then the message goes out to everywhere else. Let the people decide for themselves what they think should happen. This brings me on to Zara. Zara, you made a comment yesterday that I am going to fight for trans rights, human rights, this, that, and the other. Okay. I have zero problems with you holding that opinion, but turning around and saying, because you are effectively the co-leader of this organization, everyone respects you and loves you, and I am one of them. I'm one of your fans. The fact that you basically did what you did and forced Jeremy's hand to get on with it and start, but don't start drawing red lines in the sand about trans rights. And that is going to be what's going to happen. And that's the hill we're going to die on. I promise you, we will die on that hill if we're going to sit there and go on about trans rights as the most important thing. The amount of trans people in this country that have got the political power to scare the shit out of people like you, it doesn't work with all of us. Okay? And what you need to understand is this. If conference and if the majority of the party decide that the trans rights are human rights, I will 100% get behind it. But if the majority of the party turn around and say that trans rights in the full meaning of what it means when you say trans rights are human rights is the way forward, and they don't agree with that, then you can't turn around and say, well, those people can't be involved, because what you're doing is just what Zach is doing. You're causing the broad church that wants to see the destruction of this Labour Party, that wants to see the end to austerity, that wants to see the end of imperialism, that wants to see change in the austerity levels in our country. Yeah, you're driving those people away. because there's a lot of people on the left that don't believe that women's rights should be put in the bin for trans people. I'm one of them. I don't believe that trans rights supplement the right of women to do what they want to do, which is have a safe space in a toilet, have a safe space in women's sports, to be able to go to the Olympic Games and not compete with men. Doesn't make me I hate trans people. I just want to protect women's rights to be able to do these things in a safe space. It doesn't make me a racist. It doesn't make me transphobic. What it does do is make me someone that cares about the women in our society. And you need to accept the fact that there are people like me who support trans rights, but are not going to support them over the rights of women, over the rights of girls, over the rights of my nieces. It's not possible to do that. So please, walk back what you're saying, convince conference and the membership that what you're saying is the most righteous thing. And if you can convince 51% of the membership of the party that this is what should happen, then guess what? I'll fall behind it, even though I don't agree with it, because the most important thing for me is the destruction of this Labour Party. It's the destruction of the establishment parties. It's about rolling in the only option we've actually got, which is people like Jeremy Corbyn and yourself who want to see the right things happen to our country. So please, I beg of you, and you know I adore you, because all you got to do is go through my Twitter feed over all the years. All I've ever done is support you. But please don't make this the hill that we're going to die on as the left. Think about what you're saying and take the membership with you. Convince them what you're saying is right, and great, we'll get behind it and let's go for it. But don't draw red lines in the sand for people and tell them, well, this is what's going to happen. No ifs and buts. The ifs and buts are to do with the right of democracy to rule. We either have a democratic system or we have a tyrannical system. If we're going to be Labour Part 2, Mark 2, where you and whoever else are the leaders decide what's going to happen, and we as the membership have to follow you, I'm out. I'm only joining this because Jeremy's turned around and said, this is going to be a movement of the people that decide what happens. So let's make our minds up. Either we're going to be a tyrannical organisation or we're going to be a democratic organisation. That's the end of the message for today. So please, and Zach, I'm begging you, mate, take back that line of George Galloway involved. George is one man, okay? But he has been consistently on the left and saying what he's saying for years. And 95% of what he says, 98% of what he says is good for this country. It's about making sure that we, the left, defend the workers, that we, the left, defend the poorest people in our society. You can't turn people like that away from there. You don't agree with his gay rights, his trans rights, that's fine. You may think he doesn't, but all of his staff while he was in Parliament were gay. Every single one of them was gay. So if he hated gay people, why would he have them working for him, Zach? Anyway, I'll leave it there. This video is getting far too long. Thank you very much for listening. Have a good day.